holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance in Vedic version. 9. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious rituality activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruity activities, karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank you everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next section, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. May I know who all have joined the call this morning? Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण राधा प्यारी माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रीतिदासी प्रणाम। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Srimati Priya Mataji, Dandavad. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyare Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Virita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Mataji, we can't see you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hi, Mataji.
Yeah, now I can see you. Hare Krishna. We were not able to see you when you are reading 10 offenses. But in the beginning, you were able to. We were able to see you. But when you are reading 10 offenses, we were not able to see you.
Sorry,
But that's
Mataji.
okay. Now we are able to see you.
Hmm.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Vinta Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna, anybody would like to introduce yourselves? If no one is there, can we chant, Mataji? Can I chant until Prabhu's chant?
Yes, Mataji, we can chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Mataji,
Hare
Prabhuji joined.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji.
Um,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranamal Goshila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 20th chapter, 34 verse. Hare Krishna, Radhika, Vallabha, Prabhuji, Dandavatram. I would like to hand over call to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Prabhuji, Jayan Mataji. Oh, yeah.
yes, Mataji, maybe he needs a couple of minutes. Yeah, we
Okay.
can wait. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna.
Ram.
Hare. Go ahead, Prabhuji. I would like to hand over call to you.
He did not put on his video, Mataji, yet. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna.
Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare and now he is on video. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I would like to hand a call to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवतीर्उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। So we are reading from 8th canto, chapter 20, verse number 34. Mhm. Three.
Prabhu, 20 chapter.
20.
Yeah. And the last verse, it is last verse in the 20th chapter.
Hmm. पदं द्वितीयं क्रमतास्त्रिविष्टपम् न वै तृतीयाय तदीयमण्वपि उरुक्रमस्याङ्घ्रिरुपर्युपर्यथो महर्जनाभ्यां तपसः परं गतः। Word to word translation. Padam, step. Dvitiyam, second. Kramatah, advancing. Trivushtapam, all of the heavenly planets. No, not. Why indeed? Tritiyaya, for the third step. Tadiyam, of the Lord. Anu api, only a spot of land remained. Urukramasya, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who performs uncommon activities. Angrihi, steps occupying above and below. Upari, upari, higher and higher. Atho, now. Maha janabhyam, then Maharaloka and Janaloka. Tapasaha, that Tapaloka. Param, beyond that. Gataha, approached. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As the Lord took his second step, he covered the heavenly planets, and not even a spot remained for the third step. For the Lord's foot extended higher and higher, beyond Maharaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and even Satyaloka. Purport: when the Lord's footstep exceeded the height of all the lokas, including Maharaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka, his nails certainly pierced the covering of the universe. The universe is covered by the 5 material elements, Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Kam. As stated in the Shastra, these elements are in layers, each 10 times thicker than the previous one. Nonetheless, the nails of the Lord pierced through all these layers and made a hole penetrating into the spiritual world. From this hole, the water of the Ganges infiltrated into this material world. And therefore it is said, Pada Nakha Neera Janita Jana Pavana. Because the Lord kicked a hole in the covering of the universe, the waters of the Ganges came into this material world to deliver all the fallen souls. Hare Krishna. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. So in the shloka, Padam Dvitiyam Kramatas Trivishtapam. As the Lord took his second step, Dvitiyam Padam. Trivishtapam. Trivishtapam means the heavenly planets. He covered the heavenly planets. Navai Tritiyaya Tadiyam Anu Api. For the third step, not even a size of an atom remained. Not even a single point remained for putting the third step. Because Urukramasyangir Upari Upari Yato. Because the Lord's foot extended Upari Upari. It extended higher and higher. Mahar Janabhyam Tapasa Param Gataha. Beyond Maharaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and even Satyaloka. So, although Vamanadev requested only for 3 steps of land, but his arms and upper body completely spread over the sky. And then with the first step he covered the earth, the second step he covered all the upper planets. And then now there is not even a single atomic space remained for putting the third step. And when he extended, his toenails extended beyond the Satyaloka, and it extended beyond the covering of the universe, and it reached the Viraja river, and from that the ocean of the Karana ocean, the Viraja river washed the Lord's lotus feet, and then from that the Ganges emanated. Prabhupada explains this. So we see that Vamanadev's exhibiting this particular Vamanadev coming and cheating Bali Maharaj. He said he came in the form of a dwarf Brahmana, but he asked for only 3 steps of land according to the measurement of his feet. But then he took away everything from Bali Maharaj. So this whole scene of Vamanadev covering all the planets, his form of Trivikrama is very beautifully described by Vedanta Deshika in one of his work. Bhakta Priya Tvayi Tatha Parivardhamane Mukta Vitana Vitatis Tava Purvamasit Haravali Paramatho Rashana Kalapah Taraganas Tadanu Mauktika Nupura Shrihi. Bhakta Priya, he is addressing the Lord by the word Bhakta Priya, O Lord who is very dear to the devotees. Or O Lord who loves the devotees. Tvayi tata parivardhamane, when you are extending your farm, when you are growing your farm as Trivikrama, to measure the world with your expanding steps. At that time, the different scenarios presented themselves before the eyes of those who are blessed to witness that wondrous scene. When they are, those who are present there, when they were seeing that particular scene of Lord extending his palm, what is that scenario? Mukta vitana vitatis tava purva masit. In the first stage, the assembly of stars, it looked like a celestial canopy on top of the head of the Lord. Initially, the assembly of stars appeared like a celestial canopy on the top of the head of the Lord. And then the Lord's form continued to grow. And Lord's form pierced that canopy. Then the assembly of stars that appeared like a pearl necklace around the beautiful neck of the Lord. Mukta vitana vitatis tava purva masit. Haravali paramato rashana kalapah. And then the Lord's form extended further. Then the same assembly of stars, it became a belt on the waist of the Lord. It became a waist band of the Lord. And then the Lord's form extended further. Then the assembly of stars, it became a nupura, anklets on the leg of the Lord. Taragana sadanu mautika nupura shrihi. In this way, he is describing the form of Trivikrama. And such was the Vishwarupa exhibited by Trivikrama, where the assembly of stars, it became a nupur on his head, a nupur on his leg. At the same time, the same Supreme Lord, with such a gigantic form, he shrank his form to a form that fitted in the narrow space of a Dehali because of your affection for the Bhaktas. So this composition is called as Dehali Stuti. So Dehali means what? दरवाजे का नीचे का लकड़ी का टुकड़ा. It's a very small opening. The Lord who is exhibited such a Vishwarupa, such a gigantic form, the same Supreme Lord, he takes a small deity form to accept the service of the devotees. So So the Vamanadev Trivikrama's extending his form beyond the universe, that is explained in this particular shloka. So Prabhupada says in a first canto purport, the Almighty God can bestow upon anyone the kingdom of the universe from a very small beginning. And similarly, he can take away the kingdom of the universe on the plea of begging a small piece of land. So Vamanadev, on the plea of begging a small piece of land, he took away everything from Bali Maharaj. So Vamanadev is actually exhibiting his role as a transcendental cheater. So cheating propensity is usually a defect of the conditioned soul. But when the Lord cheats somebody, it becomes a transcendental ornament of the Lord. When Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Vidura, when Dhritarashtra and Gandhari were suddenly not to be seen, when Dhritarashtra was inspired by Vidura to go to the forest, the Yudhishthira Maharaj, after performing his morning duties, he came to, every day he would come and offer obeisance to Dhritarashtra. But when he came, he could not see Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Vidura. And then he asked Sanjaya about where they have gone. And Sanjaya said that, Naham Veda Vyavasitam Pitrorva Kulanandana Gandharya Baho Mushitosmi Mahatma Bihi. He said that I have no information of your two uncles and Gandhari, and I have been cheated by these great souls. I have been thoroughly cheated. Mushitosmi Mahatma Bihi. The Prabhupada says that the great souls cheat others may be astonishing to know. But when the great souls cheat, they cheat for a great cause. Krishna told Yudhishthira to speak a lie. And what is that great cause? That great cause is a satisfaction of the Lord. Satisfaction of the Lord is the criterion of what is bona fide. And the satisfaction of the Lord is the highest perfection of performing one's occupational duty. Atapumbir dvijashreshta varnashrama vibhagashaha swanishtitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. So even Sanatan Goswami, he cheated the jail keeper for escaping from the jail. Raghunath Das Goswami cheated his priest and left home in order to dedicate himself to the Supreme Lord. So Prabhupada says that to satisfy the Lord, anything is good, for it is in relation to the absolute truth. We also had the same opportunity to cheat the family members and leave home to engage in the service of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And such cheating was necessary for a great cause. When somebody is cheating for the great cause of satisfying the Lord, there is no loss for any party in such a transcendental fraud. So normally, cheating is actually condemned. For example, in the Subhashita Nevi, it's a book written by Vedanta Deshika. He speaks about the Duruvritta, bad conduct. He says, Sneha Shaityam Prasadascha Koshatyagascha Jayate Asanna Parapidartam Nistrimshasya Sitatmanaha. Sneha Shaityam Prasadascha. So, Asanna Parapidartam. A wicked person, he actually gains the trust of a person after gaining the trust of a person, he harms the very person who is very closest to him. Asanna parapidartham. Asitatmanah. He is having a very wicked mentality. He harms the very people who are very close to him. Sneha. He may speak in a pleasing way. Shaityam. He may show very cool behavior, may speak in a very cool way. Prasadascha. He may even render help to those people. He may do charity to those people. Koshatyaga. He may give some money to them. He may show compassion to them. But after doing all these things, he gained the trust of the person. Asanna padap, and then he harms the very people. Another verse he says that Kenachit dantakrityena kulagotra vimardina madena bahudha binnam matanga manyate jana. He says that there are some people Kenachit dantakrityena kulagotra vimardina. There are some people who they bring bad name to their kula and gotra. Danta krityena, by their bad conduct, by the wrong activities. By the wrong activities. And Bahuda binnam, they break many rules. They break many rules, and then they bring bad name to their kula, gotra, etc. So he says that there are some people, kenachit danta krityena, they cultivate matted locks. They adorn robes of a sannyasi and a kamandala. So they give the impression of an ascetic, but they engage in activities foreign to their kula, gotra and tradition. And such people, they destroy their own community, kula, gotra and tradition. So these they should be avoided like staying away from a mad elephant from a distance. Madena bahuda binnam matanga manyate mana. An elephant who grows up in a mountain, the elephant with its own tusk, it may even harm that very mountain in which it is born. Similarly, there are people with a bad conduct, they bring bad name to the very family, gotra in which they take birth. So such people should be avoided. Like that, about the cheating nature is described. Aneka mukha papatma chadma sandarshitashramah karbura prakriti kaschit kapeya kalahochitah. So he says that aneka mukha papatma. There are some people who perform many sinful activities. They have that kind of swabhava. And channa sandarshitashramah. They may even channa, they may cover themselves in the dress of a sannyasi. Channa sandarshitashramah. But karbura prakriti, that means they have asura swabhava. And then they have asura swabhava. And such people, kape kalahochitaka, because of their cheating propensity, they even bring quarrel among, suppose if they are actually put in the jail, but they will actually generate quarrel between the people where they are staying. This is like example given as Ravana. Ravana performed many wicked activities, even dressed himself as a sannyasi. And he generated quarrel with the Vanaras. So, in this way, he explained the different swabhava of these people. जोशम एकपदे स्थित्वा सन्निकृष्टान् क्षणाद् गसन् बहिर्दर्शित संशुद्धिर बकोप्य आहारमर्हति. So a crane, ekapade, it is standing on one leg. The crane appears as if that it is a mendicant performing austerity by standing on one leg. And the crane is white in color. So in that way, the crane is showing external purity. But Sannikrishtat Ganad Gasan, but his crane is basically just waiting for some big fish to come near him. But the crane is just standing with one leg without any movement. As soon as the big fish come, in a moment it actually eats away that fish. In a moment it eats away the fish. Sannikrishtat Ganad Kshanad Gasan. So Bahir Darshita Samshuddhar. Externally, it poses itself as if like a very pure mindset. So in this way, indicating action that does not correspond to external appearance deserves low credits. Doing things that should not be done in such a way that no one can tell such a thing ever happened is an act of cunningness. So it will not yield proper phala. So the deceptive act of the crane is the durvritta, bad conduct. The crane makes one believe that it is a noble one, but the crane destroys the unsuspecting fishes by encouraging to put the trust on him. So pretending to be a sannyasi, making people trust him, and plundering them of the riches is nothing but a despicable conduct. So Vamanadev came as a very sweet young brahmachari, such a beautiful form, and he spoke when he said that I just wanted 3 steps according to my the measurement of my foot. When Bali Maharaj spoke that you are unintelligent, I am ready to give you anything, but you are just asking for 3 steps of land. Then Vamanadev even spoke about the importance of satisfaction. Then after that, finally, Vamanadev assumed the form of Trivikrama and took away everything from Bali Maharaj. So it is a thorough cheating actually. But when Krishna cheats, it is on a transcendental platform. Yutam chalayatam asmi. Prabhupada says that Krishna's greatness is not one-sided but all-sided. Krishna is also expert in cheating. The gopis, when Uddhava came to Vrindavan and Srimati Radharani spoke the Brahmara Gita. In the Brahmara Gita, in one of the shlokas, Srimati Radharani says that Mrigayur iva kapindram vivyade lubda dharma striyam akrita virupam strijita kamayana balimapi balim atva veshtayat dvangshavat yas tad alam asita sakyair dustyajas tat katartah. So Srimati Radharani saying that like she is remembering the Lord's cheating activities in different incarnations. She says that like a hunter, you cruelly shot the king of monkey, Vali, with arrows by hiding behind. You cheated Vali. And then because you were conquered by a woman, Sita, you disfigured another woman, Shurpanaka, who came to you with lusty desires. And then she says that even after consuming the gifts of Bali Maharaj, you cheated Bali Maharaj, took away everything. And then even after that, you bound him up with the ropes as if he were a crow. So let us give up all friendship with this dark complexioned boy, even if we cannot give up talking about him. So in this shloka, Srimati Radharani is speaking what is called as avajalpa, one of the kind of a divine mad speech. Saintly persons have concluded that when a lover, impelled by jealousy and fear, declares that Lord Hari is unworthy of her attachment because of his harshness, lustiness, and dishonesty, then such a speech is called as avajalpa. Harau Katinya Kamitva Daurtyat Ashakti Ayogyata Yatra Sreshyabi Yovekta Sovajalpa Satam Mataha. When Srimati Radharani is speaking this Avajalpa, she is actually remembering Vamana Dev cheating Bali Maharaj. So cheating propensity, we saw earlier in this chapter, Bali Maharaj told that Naham Bibemi Nirayan Nadanyat Asukarnavat Nastana Chavanam Mrityur Yatavipra Pralambanat. I don't fear hell, poverty, and ocean of distress, or even falling from my position, or even death itself, as much as I fear cheating a Brahmana. Vipra Pralambanat. He said that how can I, a grandson of Prahlad, like a cheater, withdraw my promise because of greed for money, when I have already said that I will give this land? How can I behave like an ordinary cheater, especially towards a Brahmana? He said that Nakhyasyat parodharma itiho vacha bhuriyam sarvam sodumalam manye ritelika param naraha. There is nothing more sinful than cheating. I think earth can tolerate everything except a person with a cheating propensity, except a person who is a liar. That means the cheating propensity. So in the Shastras, we see like Mahabharata, Shakuntala speaks to Dushyanta about the importance of being truthful. See, she says that Varam Kupa Shatad Vapi Varam Vapi Shatad Kratuhu Varam Kratushatat Putra Satyam Putra Shatat Varam. She says that better than digging 100 wells is actually superior to digging 100 wells is to make one large lake. And better than making 100 lakes, that means like generally digging a well is considered a pious activity. Better than making 100 wells is to make one large lake. And better than making 100 lakes is to perform a yajna. And better than making 100 yajnas is to give birth to one son. That is considered even more pious. And better because to give birth to a son, it requires piety. And better than having 100 sons is to remain truthful. So she says that to be truthful, to remain truthful, to highlight, because Dushyanta was not accepting Shakuntala and her son. So she's saying, she's telling about the importance of being truthful. Further, she says that if you put the performance of 1,000 Ashwamedha Yajna on one side of the scale, and then another side of the scale, if you put the piety of remaining truthful, then that piety of remaining truthful, it will outweigh the piety coming from performing 1,000 Ashwamedha Yajna. Sarva Vedadi Gamanam, Sarva Tirthavaгаhanam, Satyam cha Vachanam Rajan, Samam va Syanna va Samam. On one side of the scale, you put the study of all the Vedas and going to all the holy places. On another side of the scale, you put the piety coming from being truthful, not cheating. Then the piety coming from remaining truthful, it will outweigh the Vedic study and the going to the holy places. So Vamanadev spoke as if like his chat is satisfied with the 3 steps of land according to his measurement. But then he exhibited so much of greed that he took away everything actually. So Nasti Satya Samodharmo na Satyad Vidyate Param. Nahi Tivrataram Kinchid Anritir Tadiha Vidyate. It is said that there is no dharma like remaining truthful. There is no dharma higher than being truthful. And there is no sin which is lower than being a cheater, speaking a lie. So Rajan Satyam Param Brahma Satyam cha Samayaparaha. Matyakshakshi Samayam Rajan Satyam Sangamastume. The Satya is the Swarupa of the Parabrahma. Satya is the highest niyama. So therefore, Shakuntala is telling to Dushyanta, please be truthful, accept your child. I am your wife. And Satya, remaining truthful, is actually your true friend in your life. That is your true well-wisher. Even Draupadi said in that Asat Sabha, she said, Nasa Sabha Yatrana Santi Vriddha, Nato Vriddha Yena Vadanti Dharmam. Nasau Dharmo Yatrana Satyamasti, Natat Satyam Yachalena Anuviddham. That Sabha is not a Sabha where there are elderly people, where there are no elderly people. And the truly elderly people are those people who speak the topics of Dharma. If they don't speak the topics of Dharma, then they are not truly elderly people. And the true Dharma is that in which there is truthfulness. Nasau Dharmo Yatrana Satyam Asti. If the truthfulness is broken, then it is not a Dharma. And true truthfulness is that in which there is no cheating. Natat Satyam Yachalena Viddham. So therefore it is said that Satyena Dharyate Prithvi, Satyena Tapate Ravihi, Satyena Vati Vayushcha, Sarvam Satye Pratishtitam. Truthfulness is actually holding the earth. Truthfulness is making the sun shine, rise every day. Truthfulness is making the wind blow. So everything in this world is founded upon truthfulness. So therefore the Bhagavatam begins with Satyam Param Dhimahi. Let us meditate on the absolute truth, Param Satya. And the characteristic of that Param Satya, Satya Vratam, Satya Param Trisatyam. Satyasya Satyam Nihitam Cha Satye, Satyasya Satyam Rita Satya Netram, Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapannaha. The Devatas are glorifying Krishna by the word Satya. Therefore, the Satyam Param, it refers to Krishna. Satya Vratam, one who never deviates from his vow. Satya Param to Satyam, one who is a Satya in all three phases of time. Satyasya Yonim, one who is the Satyasya Yonim, that means he is the source of, he is the cause of all the relative truths. Nihitam cha Satye. And he enters into every particle in this world. Satyasya Satyam. Of all that is accepted as the truth, he is the original truth. Rita Satya Netram. He is the origin of whatever truth is pleasing. Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapanna. Everything pertaining to the Lord is truth. So, therefore, that is why in the Mahabharata it is said that Satye Pratishtita Krishna Satyamatra Pratishtitam. Satyat Satyohi Govindas Tasmat Satyohi Namatah. Krishna is established in truth. And the truth is established in Krishna. Govinda is more truthful than truth itself. Therefore, he is called Satya. So, therefore, that truthfulness is highlighted in many places. So, the cheating propensity, but here Krishna is acting as a transcendental cheater. When Krishna kills somebody or when Krishna cheats somebody, all the parties involved, they will only get benefit. That is the nature of the transcendental nature of Krishna's activities. That's why we say Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yobeti Tattvata. When Krishna performs the cheating, it is a transcendental, everyone gets benefit. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur talks about two things, cheating and weakness. He says that both are two different things. Persons devoid of a cheating propensity, they will achieve perfection in life. But a cheater is never successful. Vaishnavism is another name for simplicity. Cheaters are non-devotees. Sincere persons, they may have their weakness, but they are not cheaters. Cheaters say something, but they do something else. But weak persons are embarrassed by their defects, whereas cheaters are maddened by their accomplishments. A cheater thinks that I will cheat the Acharya, I will cheat the deceive the doctor, I will cheat the Acharya who is a transcendental Vaidya. I will nourish the poisonous snake of my sinful propensity with banana and milk, hiding him in the hole of my cheating propensity. And I will demand name and fame from the people while posing as a saint. These are not symptoms of weakness, but of utter deceitfulness. Such cheaters will never achieve any good. So therefore, for example, Ravana cheated by posing as a sannyasi and kidnapped Ravana and Sita. So Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur says that even if we have weakness and even if we have enough anarthas to last us for millions of years, we are not as unfortunate as if we possessed a cheating propensity. It is better to take birth as animals or birds than to take shelter of cheating. So therefore, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, when we see, there are so many verses in the Bhagavatam which emphasizes the importance of non-duplicitous bhakti. The word nirvyalika, it comes in many places. Shukdev Goswami's prayer, Shukdev Goswami says that Sayesha Atma Atmavatamадishvaras Trayi Mayo Dharmamayastapomaya Gatavyalikai Rajashankaradibir Vitarkyalingo Bhagavan Prasidatam. Gatavyalikair, that means non-pretentious. So, he alone is the Supreme Lord. He is worshipped as the Atma by the Jnanis and Yogis. And he is to be worshipped by the knowers of the Vedas. Trayi Maya, he is Dharma Maya, he is Tapo Maya. He is the personification of Dharma and Tapa. Gatavyalikair Achashankaradibir. Brahma and Shiva and others, they worship the Supreme Lord with their non-duplicitous devotion. Gatavyalikair. May that Lord be merciful to me. When Vyasadeva was introspecting that why he is feeling dissatisfaction even after writing all the literatures, he says that Dhrutavratena himaya chandamsi guravognayaha manita nirvyalikena grihitam chanushasanam. Nirvyalikena, I have respected the Vedas, the Gurus and fire with sincerity, nirvyalikena, without any duplicity. I followed all the rules and vows. But still, why I am feeling dissatisfied? Brahma glorified Kardama Muni. Brahma said that Tvaya me apachitistata kalpita nirvyalikatah yanme sanjakhrahe vakyam bhavan manada manaya. O sage who gives respect, you have accomplished my sincere worship without any duplicity, because you accepted my instructions with respect for me. You followed my instructions properly with full sincerity without any duplicity. Like that, Brahma is glorifying Kardama Muni. Another place, Brahma is telling to Narada in second canto. Yesham sa yesha bhagavan dayayedanantaha sarvatmanashrita yadi nirvyalikam te dustaram atitaranti cha deva mayam naisham mamaham itidhi swashrigala bhakshe. This is second canto, 7th chapter, 42nd shloka. So in this shloka, Lord Brahma says that anyone who is specifically favored by the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, due to their unalloyed surrender unto the Supreme Lord, can overcome the insurmountable ocean of illusion and can understand the Lord. But those who are attached to this body, which is meant to be eaten at the end of the dogs and jackals, cannot do so. So in this verse, Yadi Nirvyalikam. Nirvyalikam means without reservation, without any duplicity, or with sincerity, without any pretension. Those who surrender to the Supreme Lord without any pretension, without any reservation, such a person is favored with the Supreme Lord. So this verse was also spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he saw that Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, who is such a high-class Brahmana, generally a Brahmana, traditional Brahmanas, they would take their first meal beyond 12 o'clock. From morning, they have different duties, rituals, and Sandhya Vandana, Agnihotra, different Shaligram Puja, and so many things to be done. And then they would take their first meal after 12 o'clock. But nowadays, the Brahminical duties have deteriorated. That is how the Brahmanas, they perform their duties, but Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, without even washing his mouth, without taking bath, just after getting up, when Mahaprabhu brought that Jagannath Prasad, he immediately took that Prasad. And then he quoted, when the Prasad comes from a distant place, even if it is spoiled, one must immediately take it. When Mahaprabhu saw the faith of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, how he accepted Krishna's mercy without any reservation, Mahaprabhu said that, today I feel that I have conquered Vaikuntha. I have conquered Vaikuntha. So then Mahaprabhu spoke this shloka. Nirvyalikam, because he saw Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya surrendering to Krishna without any reservation, without any pretension. So therefore, I'll end with this point, that Gaur Govind Maharaj said that to execute the order of Guru and Gauranga as it is, we can kick out anything. If it is required to go to hell, we are prepared to go to hell. We are prepared to go to hell, but we will not practice any sort of duplicity. Why should I go to hell? I will accept some duplicity instead. I will manipulate something to overcome this danger here and that some hurdle there. In this way, I will go up. That is duplicity. Even if such a person goes all the way up to Brahmaloka by becoming duplicitous, still such a person cannot be delivered. He will fall from that position very soon. But cultivating simplicity, even if you have a devotee, by chance, if he goes to hell, then Guru and Gauranga will go to hell to deliver him. Therefore, it is said that Guru and Gauranga are Patita Pavana and not Kapata Pavana. So, in this way, we see that here, Vamanadev, he performed this transcendental Leela of cheating Bali Maharaj. And when the Lord performs, although cheating is condemned in so many places, it's considered as a defect, and truthfulness is glorified. One of the name of Krishna is Param Satya. But the Supreme Lord, he performed his transcendental cheating. And when the Lord cheats, or when the Lord's pure devotees cheat, it is always for a great cause. And all the parties involved in that, they only get benefited. Hare Krishna. And here, any.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Such a wonderful class. I request devotees, if anybody have any questions, please go ahead. Hemangi Mataji, go ahead Mataji, their question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Just wanted a clarification on, you mentioned our Jalpa. Is this a transcendental madness, you said?
Yeah, in the transcendental madness, a lover towards Krishna speaks different kinds of speech. There are 10 types of speech. In the Brahmara Gita, I think 10 shlokas are there. Each of those 10 verses, they correspond to 10 types of mad speech. One of the type of mad speech in the state of transcendental madness is called as Avajalpa. We read the Brahmara Gita, 10th canto, 47th chapter. I think there are 10 shlokas. In each shloka, there is a type of mad speech is spoken by Srimati Radharani.
Thank you, Prabhuji. One more question, like, can you kind of elaborate on non-duplicitous bhakti? Is there something a person like me can learn in terms of what I could be doing, which is duplicitous and should avoid and try to become, develop more simplicity?
Yeah, honesty means to accept what we are, but not to remain where we are. To accept whatever position. And then strive to progress ahead, not posing oneself as higher than what we are. And sometimes a person may be honest, but one doesn't make any of one may be honest to accept his own shortcomings, but one doesn't want to go beyond that. So to accept what we are, but not to remain where we are, we have to go beyond that. Without any ulterior motives. Without any separate motives. That's what. One may have even material desires, material aspirations. But Dhruva Maharaj was honest about it. Dhruva Maharaj told Narada, see, I am so much, my heart is pierced by the harsh words of my stepmother. I want to get a superior position higher than that of Brahma. Please tell me, honest means by which I can achieve it. He was honest about that. Kardama Muni was also honest about his desire to have a like-minded wife. But he did not remain there. He honestly accepted his desire, but then he also transcended that. Finally, he also retired. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Radha Jyoti Mataji, please go ahead with your question, Mataji.
Make Hare Krishna Mataji, my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances at dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, you mentioned about truthfulness, and then you made one statement about deceivedness, like when we deceive someone. So, so how we look into it, into a person who is not a cheater, but he cheats, and then that person is not repenting or never confronted that okay, I made this. So how we should look at that kind of person, and how we should get rid of cheating, uh, because back of the mind, even though we don't think that we are such a great personality, like we are forgiving him or her, but at the end we have that at the back of the end that there is a pile up of that cheating that has been done with us. So what we should do to our own consciousness, like that cheating what we have undergone is at the back end of our mind somewhere, and we need to deal with it, but we don't know how to deal with it. So could you please teach on this and about the deceiveness that that tendency, if someone I'm dealing with such kind of personality, then how I should
We keep a
deal with
distance
it
from the person.
practically?
We keep a distance from the person. Somebody has cheated, then at least let us not allow ourselves to get cheated second time. So Prabhupada said that if you get cheated for the first time, then it is their fault. If you get cheated for the second time, then it is your fault. So if somebody has cheated once, then if that person is not completely repented or changed, then we keep a distance from the person, not trust that person. That way. Yeah, how to overcome our cheating propensity? It is basically accepting what we are.
We are not doing any cheating, but we are being cheated. So we
Yeah,
are
keep a
not
distance
feeling
from a
that
person.
we are such a great personality to forgive. So that is there. No, someone has cheated us. So how to deal with ourselves to get out of whatever has done to us?
That is why keep a distance from the person so that you don't get cheated next time. Yeah, on a practical level, sometimes somebody has cheated in the property or something like that. We may have to take a necessary action, but not with a revenge mentality, because it's ultimately our own karma coming through that person. Accepting it is our karma, but then doing the needful on a practical level. Somebody has cheated a big amount, a big this one. Like Duryodhan was not giving. They cheated the Pandavas. They were not willing to give even a single space, even little bit of space. So therefore, so they cheated the Pandavas. The Pandavas, they took practical action. They took practical action. They had to fight the war. So we don't allow ourselves to get cheated, especially when that particular resource is connected with the larger society service. Then we may have to do practical action to get back. But understand it is our karma.
Prabhuji, what happens to us when someone cheats us very intensely? Like we cannot come out of that very easily, and that when someone cheats us, then it's very difficult for ourselves to understand that we have not done anything and we have taken for granted. And you mentioned about that simplicity. No, when people are simple, then since it's a Kalyuga, then that simple person is crushed very easily. And the emotions are damaged. And it's not easy to recover from such kind of emotional damage. Then it's really very difficult. So I wanted to know how you look into this and give some, how to deal with this. Because even if someone is going from such kind of situations,
You can specifically you can take guidance of somebody,
some
from the
steroids, kind of homeopathic balls, and they try to. It's like a whole mess in this society that emotional people are treated immensely, and then simplicity is taken. So I wanted to know what Shastras look into this, because it's really a Kali Yuga and we are tend to deal with it. Thambabu.
So you have to become wise. You have to become wise on a specific details of whatever this one. You may have to better take practical guidance from somebody close to you where you are, because in this kind of online class where we don't know the details of this one, I can just give some general principles. Essentially, one has to become wise. One has to, because of emotional people, you are getting cheated, then don't allow ourselves to get cheated next time. That's what I've been telling. You have to become wise, that not trust the other person. Yeah, we may not have done anything wrong, but then because of some past sinful activities, our karma is coming to that person, and then we get cheated. We have to accept our karma, but then we have to do the needful in the current situation. That's what I can say. But on specific details of whatever this one, better you take guidance from somebody who knows you. This one. In the common class, I can just give some general pointers to the principles. That's all. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, and eternally grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prahalananda Prabhuji, please go ahead with the question, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandal Pranam
Right.
Prabhuji. Very nice
Right.
class. Whole class was decorated with so beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam slokas, just like, you mentioned that Bhavan extended his foot and then all the nakshatras and all that became his his Mauktikam mala like that. So your lecture was so nice, Prabhuji. Anyway, I just wanted to know that because I'm a conditioned soul, and Vipralipsa is one of the 4 defects I have. And Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj also said this is a whole society is made up of cheated and cheaters. And then which exchanges the position. Sometimes I become cheater, sometimes others cheat me like that. So in this scenario, Bhavan Krishna also says that apiche suduracharo bhajet mamananiba. So can I consider this as a durachar and still, I can trust that Bhavan Krishna will deliver me? This is my kind of query, Prabhuji. I'm trying, but these are inbuilt kind of characteristics as a conditioned soul. So what should I do? That's what I was saying. I'm sure you will be able to guide me, Prabhu. Very well.
Yeah, at least, we are all sadhakas. We all have different shortcomings, different anarthas. Keep coming. Even we speak Bhagavatam, I may be in the seat of speaking Bhagavatam, but it is not that I am also beyond shortcomings. Everyone has shortcomings. At least whatever may happen, we should never lose in touch with the Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting of the holy names, association of the devotees. Sometimes because of the past habits, certain even if we commit certain mistakes, but at least keeping in touch with the Param Satya, the supreme truth, at least it actually brings us back. It at least reveals us. It reveals, okay, I'm making mistake. At least a person feels repentant for committing the mistake. And Krishna will never fail to actually show his mercy to the devotee. Krishna will, devotee commits mistakes. Apiche sudaracharo bhajate mamananyaba. Yeah, we should not try to justify the mistake, but Krishna never fails to show his mercy to the devotee. Even the fallen devotee who commits mistakes, such a person is protected by Krishna. That is what we see in so many places. Repeatedly it comes in the Bhagavatam everywhere. So therefore, whatever may happen, we make different some conditionings, so this thing may come, but never ever leave your touch with the chanting of the holy names, Srimad Bhagavatam, association of devotees, and whatever we can be thankful to Krishna that for revealing that we have this anartha, and then somebody whom we trust, some like-minded, somebody whom we trust, some devotee, we can spiritual master or somebody, some other devotee we trust, we can try to reveal our heart and take some more practical guidance in regarding certain specific aspects.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. That gives me a lot of hope. Thank you, Prabhu. Very good.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Is anybody else? Anybody have any questions?
Yes, Mataji. Prabhuji, I wanted to know why you quoted Mahabharata and gave the reference about truthfulness and cheating. So, is it something like this that if we read Mahabharata, then we can understand more about how to deal with the cheaters or about more being true? Even if we practice truthfulness, it's not going to be easy in this material world. So I just wanted to know, if everything depends on truthfulness, then we should understand how we should tactfully handle the uh, external powers that will hamper
In
our
this world,
practice
we
of
also have
truthfulness.
to be diplomatic at certain times. The world is, in this world, there are certain times we also have to be diplomatic. Yeah, truthfulness one has to try to follow, but sometimes the world is so complicated. The people around us may have different intentions. The Prabhupada says in one place, in the 7th canto, 14th chapter, in the Grahastha ashram duties, he says different people may tell different opinions, but a Grahastha should say externally, yes, yes, but internally he should be focused on a spiritual purpose. So diplomacy is also sometimes required. Although Kutinati diplomacy is a cheating propensity is one of the weed. But yeah, within the community of devotees, within the association of devotees, we should not give rise. But sometimes in certain external circumstances, one have to be diplomatic. Hare Krishna.
What
Pitambar
happens about
Prabhu.
what happens if when we speak lies while doing distribution? And to what extent we are allowed to speak lies while doing book distribution? And if we do book
No, we
distribution
should
and
distribute
speak
books
lies,
by
then
based on the merit of the book. We should distribute books based on the merit of the book. Prabhupada sometimes said that by hook or by crook distribute my books. Say in this, by hook or by crook distribute my books. The eternal instruction is distribute my books. By hook or by crook, that is the contextual instruction. If you follow that eternally by speaking lies, you will get problem actually. So we should try to distribute books by the merit of the books. There is one Vaishnava, Tirumangai Alvar, he built the compound walls of Srirangam temple by plundering the wealth of others, by plundering the wealth of certain rich people. So that part cannot be eternally, we cannot imitate that. But other part, serving the Supreme Lord, that's an eternal instruction. But how we serve the Lord, he chose in a particular time by plundering rich people. That cannot be generalized for all time. So we have to distribute books by the merit of the books. Okay. I'll just take one last question and then end. Pitambar Prabhu.
yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Eternally grateful to you.
Hare.
Pinder.
Hare Krishna.
Good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhan Pranam. Always, Prabhupada. Prabhu, very, very grateful to you for the wonderful class you gave. So many facets are coming out on lying, cheating, duplicitous, diplomatic, etc. So, Prabhu, I've got a couple of quick questions. The very first one is, what is the difference between a cheater and a duplicitous person? How do we distinguish? That's my first question. And the second question is, you just gave the answer to Radha Jyoti Mata's question that we have to be diplomatic. So at times, Prabhu, we feel, although we know, those four austerities of speech, truthfulness, pleasing, beneficial, etc. But at times we have got very difficult situation where we have to lie or cheat for a higher purpose, not for our personal purpose, but for a higher purpose. So how do we go about in such difficult situation? That's my question too. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, cheating and duplicity, I understand both are actually same. There's no difference. Cheating is like the act of being duplicitous. Duplicity is the inner quality which gives rise to the action of cheating. That's how we understand. Both are same. What I distinguished based on Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur article was that cheating and weakness are two different things. Somebody may have a certain weakness, but a weak person will also be delivered even if he has many anarthas. But cheater will not be delivered. That's what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur told. But duplicity is basically a quality and cheating is a action arising from that quality. And regarding the second part, yeah, in this world, sometimes there are situations where we have to be diplomatic. We may have to do some cheating. There are situations like that. So how we do that? At least we take some guidance of some devotee. Generally, the Shastras, we see the instances, it is sanctioned by some authority. Vidura inspired Dhritarashtra to leave the home and cheat, suddenly leave the home like that. Krishna told Yudhishthira to speak a lie, sanctioned by Krishna. Krishna told Arjuna to shoot arrows at that time. It is sanctioned by some higher authority. Prabhupada told by hook or by crook. For long term, we distribute books based on the merit of the books. But sometimes, certain times, like it is usually we see that it is sanctioned by some higher authority. And suppose if you are not able to take sanction in a particular situation, then we take shelter of Krishna in the heart. And then with that higher purpose in mind, we may have to do something. And then whatever responsibility, whatever reaction comes as a result of that, we take responsibility for it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very, very grateful to you. My dandavat to you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. We can end the call here, Prabhuji, with your permission. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening class today. We are very grateful to you and we look forward for your association again and again in the future. Let's pay our obeisance to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpa taru
Rupascha Krupasindhya
patitanam
Vaishnavyabhyo
Vaishnavyo namo namaha. Granta Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Grace Radhika Vallabha Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Radhe
Hare
Radhe
Hare
Full class. Nityananda.
Radhe Radhe
Radhe
Radhe. Thank you
Hare
everyone
Bol.
for
Hare
joining
Krishna.
today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We'll meet again tomorrow. Hare Bol.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Pitambar Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you, Prabhu, for everyday joining. Hare Krishna Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you
Very
for
grateful,
joining and
very
blessing
grateful
all
to
of
the
us.
organizers, Mataji. Very, very grateful to the organizers. Every day we learn something new.
Hare
So
Krishna.
grateful
All
to all the
glories to Bhakti
organizers.
Sangha organizers.
Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.